and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. This is TCS Ion Intelligem, celebrating the gems of tomorrow. But before we move on with this function here today, it is our privilege and pleasure to wish all of us a very happy Republic Day. It's also a proud moment as an event like this, essentially for children, is meant to build a better nation for a better future. And before we move any further, let's take this short message from TCS Ion Intelligem and then move on to the function itself.
This is the 21st year of 21st century. The landscape of education is rapidly changing. In this complex, globalized and constantly evolving digital world, students are expected to constantly prove their mettle by navigating through more skills, more capabilities, and inevitably more competition. For students to thrive in this competitive world and fulfill expectations, we asked ourselves, how can we add value to the learning of these students to shape their future? What can we contribute to keep them abreast of the 21st century's requirements? For the past couple of years, TCS Ion has identified and carefully selected a set of skills so as to provide the exposure, as well as impart and test the necessary knowledge and skills which are essential over and above the school education syllabus for students. The goal was to provide the relevant exposure and make them aware of increasing relevance of these skills in future. Thus was born TCS Ion Intelligem, a unique contest for school students aimed at creating an understanding and appreciation for various 21st century competencies. TCS Ion Intelligem exposed students to skills such as universal values, global citizenship, financial literacy, creativity and innovation, and communication skills.
When the circular came to us in school, I thought that it was a very different and unique platform, because we've all heard about the Olympiads with math, science, but I'd never heard about an Olympiad or an examination with topics such as global citizenship. So it intrigued me, which is why I wanted to try it out.
I am at Intelligem to represent communication skills and universal values. When we were first briefed about Intelligem, we thought it would be like every other quiz competition. But our teachers told us that Intelligem is different because it caters to the skills that are actually important in this century. For example, communication skills. I believe it is the most essential skill because even if you're good at science, if you can't express your ideas, they are of no use. Thank you so much. I am an Intelligem.
I truly appreciate the initiative of TCS in conducting TCS Ion Intelligem examination, which focuses on universal values, on global leadership, on financial literacy, 21st century critical thinking skills. These skills are very, very important in the fast changing, challenging and unpredictable future.
We, at TCS Ion, believe every child is a gem. Imparting the knowledge and wisdom with 21st century skills, TCS Ion Intelligem has been able to ignite the minds of thousands of students with the fuel of learning. And finally, we have with us the top 50 finalists who have made it to the grand finale of TCS Ion Intelligem. Thank you to all these gems of tomorrow who showcased their talent, knowledge and mastery of skills while battling for the title. All the very best.
As we get on to this wonderful function to celebrate the gems of tomorrow for 2021 from TCS Ion Intelligem, it's been a difficult year, but the fantastic thing is life has continued despite the odds. To take us through as we celebrate these wonderful youngsters, we have with us another youngster who's going to play the anchor for all of us here today. An alumnus of the prestigious NITK Surathkal, she is the only professional quiz and knowledge show host across Asia. Over the last decade, she's really grown in stature and fame and is extremely popular with all of you children at schools and colleges. A writer, a poet, a wonderful speaker, she's no new face to all of you at TCS ION Intelligem. To take us through with this wonderful celebration, please welcome on stage your host, Miss Rashmi Furtado.
Hello everyone, welcome to all of you to this celebration of Gems of Tomorrow. Let me first start by wishing all of you a happy Republic Day. To commence this celebration, may I now request Mr. Mahadevan from the TCS ION team to tell us how this entire journey of 2021 went on. Over to you, Maha.
Thank you, Rashmi. Hello everyone. Happy Republic Day to all of you. A very warm welcome to each and every one of you who are gathered online to be part of this momentous occasion, celebrating the gems of tomorrow. My heartiest congratulations to each and every one of you finalists who competed in the 10 different finals and must be excited and eager to know the results. Very soon you will get to know that. The year that just passed by has been a surprise for all of us. But what's life without a little bit of surprise? In fact, as experts predict, the years in the future, this 21st century is going to have far more many such events, and it's our duty to prepare ourselves and prepare the young learners so that they can confidently take on the future. That's exactly what was in our mind when we created this contest. We had two goals. One, how do we enable awareness and an understanding of all the necessary 21st century competencies among the young learners? And two, how do we work with schools and school leaders in integrating these skill sets as part of everyday learning? When the year started and we were about to launch the contest, things were looking very different. If we had to compete, in fact, if we had to run the contest, it was very necessary that we had to go completely online. That was the quandary. Would it be possible for us to take it completely online? Given access to internet is not necessarily even across the country. So what we did was ensure that the schedules were changed, ensure the formats were changed, and ensure the structure of the contest was changed. But all to enable the safety of each and every one of you so that you could take it from your home. With that, today you will be proud, we are very proud, that with your active support, we have a model where the contest is now fully ready online. In the coming years, maybe in the very next year, you all must be competing not just with the best in the country, but with the best in the globe. A contest like this would not have been possible without your active support. So thank you to all the schools, school leaders, parents, and the students and their families, without whom we would not be here, ready to celebrate the gems. A contest like this needed a huge amount of collaboration with partners. In fact, while we were reimagining the whole thing going online, we had to reimagine how we will work with our partners, taking it to each and every one of your homes. I should definitely thank the partners who helped us: Hindu, STEP, Ed6 Brain Lab, and Grey Caps. All of you were of tremendous help, and without your support, I don't think we'll be here today. But we now have the confidence that we have what it takes to go and make it big in the world. As the evening unfolds and the results come in, all of you, the 50 gems who are gathered here, should just remember one thing. You are among the 50 from across the country, competing with the best. We believe that you all have the potential to go on to make it big. We are very proud of you, and I am very sure your parents, your families, your teachers and mentors will all be very proud of each and every one of you. We believe that as gems of tomorrow, you have the potential to go on to become powerful nation builders in the future. Our best wishes, and hope to see you all again in the further editions of this contest. Thank you and wish you a nice evening. Over to you, Rashmi.
Thank you, Maha. My dear young friends, the year 2020 has been truly challenging for all of us, without an exception. We must appreciate the efforts of the TCS ION team to pull off a massive event like this digitally. They made this happen. A year ago, we at Intelligem introduced the Intelligem Knowledge Talks, and the tradition continues. We have with us today an amazing thinker, brand guru in his own right, an author, quizzer, and a quiz master. He is the brand custodian of the Tata Group. Please welcome Mr. Harish Bhatt.
It's a pleasure and privilege to deliver the Intelligem Knowledge Talk today at this very special event being organized by Tata Consultancy Services. At the outset, many thanks to Tata Consultancy Services for inviting me to deliver this talk. It is always, I think, amongst the greatest pleasures of life to speak to young students like yourself, to your parents and to your family members about what the future holds for us and how we can seize that future in our hands. To all the young girls and boys who are listening to me today, I would like to say, the world is ours to seize, if only we can put in the right efforts to seize the world ahead of us. Like the great poet has said, of people who have achieved many things in life, the heights that great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upwards in the night. Effort to grasp what is beyond our boundaries lies at the heart of most of the great achievements of this world. And therefore, one of the first messages that I want to give you, boys and girls, today is make your best efforts. God has blessed each of us with certain talents, with certain skills. We are blessed to learn. We are blessed to acquire knowledge. And let us acquire that knowledge to make the change that we want to be in the world. Let me illustrate this through a couple of examples drawn from the history of the Tata Group. More than 150 years ago, Jamshedji Tata established the Tata Group. And one of the first things he wanted to do after he had set up a textile mill was to create India's first integrated steel plant. At that time, India did not have a steel plant of its own. How did he find that capability, the courage to establish a steel plant by himself? He went beyond his boundaries. He traveled all the way to Pittsburgh in the United States of America, the steel capital of that country. He traveled to New York. He convinced the best consulting engineer in the world, Charles Page Perrin, to come to India to help him set up a steel plant in this country. And remember, he did this despite the British feeling that India could never set up a steel plant on its own. In fact, the chief engineer of the British Railways at that time, Sir Frederick Upcott, said that if the Tatas make steel in India, he would eat every pound of that steel. Jamshedji Tata was unfazed. With courage and determination, he got the best talent in the world. He ensured that he put in the required effort into creating Tata Steel. And by 1913, steel came out of Tata Steel in Jamshedpur, in the place that you now know as Jamshedpur, creating one of the finest steel companies of the world. Why did he do this? He did this because he thought that India required its own steel plant, because steel is so important for our roads, for our bridges, for our buildings, for everything that we do within this country. That is the vision with which he established India's first integrated steel plant. But only a few decades later, boys and girls, there was another chairman of the Tata Group called J.R.D. Tata, whose name you might have heard. J.R.D. Tata thought that airlines and aviation are very important for the development of a country. So despite the British government not supporting him, in the year 1932, he established India's first airline called Tata Airlines. He flew the first flight himself from Karachi to Mumbai in a Puss Moth aircraft carrying air mail. And then he grew that airline into being one of the finest airlines in the world. That is the airline that later became Air India. He built it with his passion. Once again, he got the best competency from around the world. He got the best aircraft from around the world. He learnt about flying. He was actually India's pilot number one. He put in the effort required to become an expert in his field and built the finest airline that this world has known. He also flew the 50th anniversary flight of that 1932 first flight, even though he was 80 years of age, because he wanted to inspire the young people of our country and say that no age is too old, no age is too young to learn and do things which expand beyond our wildest dreams. Many years later, another chairman of the Tata Group, Ratan Tata, took on the determination to create India's first indigenous car. Once again, there were many skeptics. But with courage, with determination, with effort, he went ahead to create what we now know as the Tata Indica, which is the first indigenous Indian car to have come out. The point I would like to make to all of you today is whether it is India's first steel plant created by Jamshedji Tata, whether it is India's first commercial airline created by J.R.D. Tata, or India's first indigenous car led by Mr. Ratan Tata, all of them put effort into making these big things happen. They had to learn. They had to develop expertise in their field, whether it was steel, whether it was aviation, whether it was cars. They had to get the best competence from around the country. And that is the stuff of what legends are made. I think each of you have it in you to study and aspire to become great people in your own lives. Just like the three names that I mentioned to you today. You may have big dreams for yourself. You may wish to study hard. You may wish to become an engineer or a computer data analyst or a doctor or a lawyer or any other field, a designer perhaps, who knows. You may wish to achieve things in your life that make you fulfilled. But for all that to happen, young boys and girls, you have to stretch yourself beyond your bounds. And then you have to have a purpose, a good purpose of contributing something back to the community and the nation with all that knowledge that you earn over your lifetime. If you do this, then I believe that the sky is the limit. With knowledge, with wisdom, and with a purpose, you become unstoppable. So on this occasion, I want to urge all of you to study as much as you can in the field of your interest, gather as much knowledge as you can, and put it to the best use in the service of our country and the world. On India's Republic Day today, may I take this opportunity to wish you and wish your families all the very best on a day which is so auspicious, great and happy for the nation that we live in. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Thank you for giving me a patient hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Bhatt. Those were some amazing words of wisdom from you. Before we move any further, let us first appreciate all the schools who have taken part very actively this year. Let us now get into the School Excellence Award, the Group School category. The first school who we would want to appreciate is the Ryan Group of Schools. Up next is the Padma Sheshadri Bal Bhavan Group of Schools. Let's now move into the individual schools category. The first school that we want to appreciate is the Shishu Kunj International School from Indore. Up next is the Delhi Public School from Gurgaon, followed by Sri Kumaran's Children's Home CBSE, Bengaluru, Kennedy High, the Global School, Hyderabad, Shishugraha Junior and Senior School, Bengaluru, Vidyaniketan Public School, Bengaluru, Vikas, the Concept School from Rangareddy, and last but not the least, we have Maharishi Vidya Mandir, Salem. From wherever we are, let us appreciate and applaud all these schools and educators who have taken part in the Intelligem 2021 actively. While we appreciate all our schools, we must not forget our jury members who took time off to help us identify our gems. I must make a note here, this time we have had judges from all over the world. Let me quickly introduce them to you. First up, from the Universal Values Intelligem, we have Ms. Nagmani Pandare. She is an educator and youth mentor. She is a former dean of Amity Business School, Bengaluru. Dr. Susan D'Souza, educator, American University of Middle East, Kuwait. Mr. Suresh Narayan, senior strategy consultant and ex-Goldman Sachs, USA. Ms. Ekta Das, business transformation expert from Equator Value Advisory. From the Global Citizenship Intelligem, we have Mr. Nagesh P., structural engineer and wildlife photographer from the Aditya Birla Group. Mr. Timothy Franklin, director and founder, National School of Journalism. Ms. Rasika Shetty, brand management professional from NextGen Innovate, Australia. Mr. Shravan Shetty, career coach and corporate trainer. Next up, we have from the Communication Skills Intelligem, Ms. Vijaya Padma Srinivas, head teaching and training, The Hindu Step. Ms. Shailaja Ramesh, content manager, The Hindu Step. Ms. Nitya Lohit, training manager, The Hindu Step. Ms. Rukmini Balchan, author and trainer. Ms. Sumitra Srinivasan, educator. From the Creativity and Innovation Intelligem, we have Mr. Sarvanan, founder, Ed6 Brain Lab. Ms. Viola Krishnamani, founder, Scholarius EdSer. Dr. Ruchi Tiwari, associate professor at MICA. From the Financial Literacy Intelligem, we have Mr. Tariq Laskar, economist, writer and a sports editor. Let's thank all of these judges by giving them a huge round of applause from wherever we are. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to welcome on stage a gentleman who's been an integral part of the TCS Ion Intelligem for 2021. Affectionately known to all of us as Pick Brain, Mr. Giri Balasubramaniam, may I please ask you to join me on stage.
Thank you, Rashmi. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my dear, young, wonderful friends, first of all, congratulations to you for reaching this stage. Yes, it's been a difficult year for all of us, but truly remarkable has been your participation, has been your resilience, and the manner in which you adapted to the new platform that we've brought to you. So, first up, congratulations to you. Second, of course, it's a true pleasure to be here annually now. It's a fantastic platform. But what is important for all of us, educators, schools, children, parents, is to understand that in these times and difficult times like these, one of the most important skills that the world requires, even events like this require, is strong leadership. The simplest example I can give you is from TCS Ion Intelligem for this year. It's part of course, the vision of Mr. Vengaswamy Ramaswamy, affectionately known as Swami, who had a very clear, simple message for the entire team. And he said, the Intelligem for this year must happen. When the will comes and the leadership stands on that will firmly and looks at how to make it happen and does not keep on analyzing the problem, then progress happens. So all of us here actually owe Swami and his team a huge thank you for making this event happen. And they are a team which doesn't like being acknowledged, but I think it's our duty to really appreciate the effort they've put in. They've of course been at the forefront of reimagining the education sector for a while now. The entire TCS Ion team has touched and impacted the lives of many, and today they are impacting the confidence, the outlook, and of course the future of many who are in schools and colleges, especially school children like you. The Intelligem this year to me is just a small reflection of that resolve and commitment by them to the domain of education. I don't really have much to say here, but I think the man who's led us over the last couple of years and has pushed us at times to really raise the bar, let's hear it from him. He's the global head of TCS Ion. It's a strategic unit of Tata Consultancy Services. And it's our pleasure and privilege to have him here with us. So can I request Swami to please address all of us? Over to you, Swami.
Hello, everyone. It gives me a great pleasure to meet all of you in this digital mode. My hearty wishes to all of you for a very, very happy New Year 2021. Today, we are gathered for a big celebration, the celebration of the gems of tomorrow. We are in the 21st year of this 21st century, a new year, a new decade, and clearly a new way to look at what is possible in the future. The year that just passed by has opened our eyes for what is possible, what is valuable, and what is not negotiable at all. More than ever in the past, we have seen the importance of the 21st century skills, those very competency that need to be developed early in our childhood. Our communication skills were surely tested, fully taken over by technology. Virtual meetings, online meetings, email, digital communication have suddenly made us realize the value of technology in our lives. Creativity has seen a huge upsurge. When we are heavily constrained, creativity comes automatically for many of us. We readily come up with many innovations to solve the problems that we have been neglecting for years. Financial well-being, money, the importance of conserving cash, trade, savings have seen renewed debate in these challenging times. We have suddenly realized that what impacts someone somewhere can create huge set of issues, challenges for every one of us globally in many, many ways. Truly, this has united the world citizens in ways never possible before, at least in our modern memory. And multiple examples from the past year have shown us the importance of human values and the values of human life. Given this backdrop, we are extremely thrilled and happy to have taken the lead much ahead through this Intelligem context. Our intent is to enable awareness and give the appreciation of the critical skills children need to practice, hone, and master in this thriving and challenging future. Very exciting, of course, but very challenging as well. Congratulations to all the participants. Thank you to all the schools and best wishes to everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Swami. Thank you so much for those lovely words. Well, time for all the action to continue. Time for me to hand you back to Rashmi. Over to you, Rashmi.
Thank you, Big Brain. Let me now share with all of you what you're going to win this year. For the winners, we have a bunch of goodies with a cash prize of Rs 50,000 each. And for all you finalists, again, a whole lot of goodies with a cash prize of Rs 25,000 each. And now for the moment we all have been waiting for, I have with me the results of TCS Ion Intelligem 2021. I know all of you have been waiting for it, so let's get straight into the results. First up, we have Financial Literacy Junior category, and all the finalists right there for you. The winner in the junior category is Ms. Kritika Rakheja from National Hillview Public School, Bengaluru. She played really well in the quiz. I myself was the host of the quiz and she was very, very tactical with her game. Next up is the senior category of the financial literacy. Presenting all the finalists of the senior category right there for you. And the winner of the senior category is Vrishab from PSBB Senior Secondary School, Chennai. Vrishab himself played a very good game. Congratulations, Vrishab and Kritika. Moving on to the next Intelligem Universal Values Junior category. All our finalists right there for you. They played a really good game, and the winner of the junior category is Zoha Fareen from Presidency School, Bengaluru. Congratulations, Zoha. I think your points were really, really good and impressed the judges. Moving on to the senior category of Universal Values. Here are all our finalists, and the winner in the senior category is Ms. Devi Kashyap from Meridian School for Boys and Girls, Hyderabad. Devi was quite sharp and the judges were very, very impressed. Congratulations, both of you. As we congratulate all these achievers, there is something I must share with all of you. When we host such events, it's sometimes truly humbling to see the mature perspectives and point of views these young children bring to the table. It actually makes us feel that the future of our nation is in safe hands. And Intelligem is one such event that makes us feel so. Let's now move into the junior category of Global Citizenship. Presenting all our finalists, and the winner of the junior category for Global Citizenship is Mihir Apte from the Orchid School, Pune. Moving on to the senior category of Global Citizenship. There you are, all our finalists for the senior category, and the winner in the senior category is Sai Charan from National Hillview Public School, Bengaluru. Congratulations, Sai Charan and Mihir. You all were extremely good during the finale. Now, let's move on to the Communication Skills Junior category. Here are all your finalists, and the winner in the junior category for communication skills is Mihir Apte from the Orchid School, Pune. Coming up are our finalists for the Communication Skills Intelligem, the senior category. And the winner in this category is Miss Naina Bakchi from Sun City School, Gurgaon. Those then were our winners from the Communication Skills Intelligem. Now let's move on to the junior category of creativity and innovation. Here are all our finalists from the junior category. And the winner in the junior category is Miss Jyotsna from Presidency School, RT Nagar, Bengaluru. Now let's move on to the senior category of creativity and innovation. Here are all the finalists of the senior category. And the winner in the senior category is Vrishab from PSVB Senior Secondary School, Chennai. Congratulations to all you winners. You have done so well this year. You deserve this. As we congratulate all our winners, what we must not forget that these are just kids from classes 5 to 9. The kind of perspectives and knowledge they bring on table is way beyond their age. It was truly humbling for all of us. So congratulations all you students, you did very well. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is me Rashmi Furtado signing off, wishing all of you to have a wonderful year ahead. Let me now invite Shreyash from Team TCS Ion to take this forward. Over to you, Shreyash.
What a wonderful and eventful grand finale we have witnessed this year. Nicholas Sparks would have said, and just when you think it can't get any better, it can. What better way to end this edition of TCS Ion Intelligem than by celebrating these gems of tomorrow. They are not just kids, they are future leaders. Well, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen, who have joined online to be a part of this huge event, thank you for your enthusiastic participation and support. Our sincere thanks to all those who were part of this journey despite the prevailing situation outside. School leaders, teachers, students and their families who not only encouraged them but also supported them in every way possible. As you would have imagined, an event like this needed a huge team effort, and for many of us collaborating online for the first time, it was a new experience. That meant additional time to be spent planning with an eagle's eye for details. I should say we have been fortunate enough to be backed by very motivated and energetic people, our content partners, jury members and marketing agency teams. A special mention of Giri and his team at Grey Caps. I cannot thank everyone enough for your involvement and willingness to experiment, explore and coordinate. As we close, I would like to invite school leaders to join us on this transformative journey as we open the registrations for TCS Ion Intelligem 2022. Let us together identify and nurture the nation builders of tomorrow. Thank you and wishing you all